everybody that has. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for recording that. Hi, everybody. Welcome. We are talking about our newly launched Club 250 for our English speaking team, and we are kicking it off with Jose Luis Oropesa. Our Club 250 is our club for all of those that have a PV of 250 or above, 250 or more. You will qualify to participate or to listen into this mentorship that Jose Luis Oropesa, who's an amazing speaker, is going to be giving us this month. So it's time to act. If you're not active yet in the system, it's time to become active, and it's time to get those 250 PV so that you can qualify for this amazing mentorship. He is a Fortune 5. He is part of the Fortune 500. He has 30 years of executive as an executive in the top tier global corporations. He is a founding member of the Maxwell team. So if you don't know who John Maxwell is in the business world, guys, you need to look him up. And he is a founding member of this team. And then he is also a founder of the platform for Latino entrepreneurs, My Boss Academy. So he's an amazing speaker. We are super lucky to have him this month. You need to reach 250 or more PV in order to secure your seat at this session. And you definitely want to do that. Now, remember, you reach PV not only with your personal consumption, but also with your sales. So you could either do it with your own purchases or through your sales. You do not have to purchase in order to be a part of it or to get your 250. You can do it through sales because after all, this is a business and that's what we're here for, right? We're offering something amazing. The next thing up is we are officially open. Okay. You all know about the global expansion. Today, we are officially open in our European countries, Austria, Luxembourg, Latvia, Lithuania, Netherlands, Germany, Estonia, and Belgium. That super cool pre-opening kit that was available for $99 is no longer available. We now have official starter kits in those countries. Remember, you actually have a global business. So when you're doing your prospecting, remember that you can prospect anybody in the world wherever we're open. And as part of the expansion, you could also prospect in some of those countries that are on our list of expansion. Okay, like Venezuela, the countries that you're able to work in through a courier. So talk to your sponsors, talk about all of the places, like ask them about all of the places where we're open. Look at our website. You have all of the countries there. Remember, you don't have to limit yourself to your local, to your local cities. You can expand and actually have business partners all over the world. So that is huge for us. It's official. Take advantage. Join the communities. Join the WhatsApps. Remember, we have the WhatsApp channels for all of the European, the revolution in Europe and all of the South American countries, everywhere you want. So the resources and the tools are there. Utilize them. All right. Next up is, okay, guys. I have to tell you, today we had an amazing training on our Spanish team call, and it was about the high ticket sales. Okay, so there is one of our leaders. Her name is Vanessa Achilles. I hope I'm not killing her last name. All right. And she gave us a testimonial, started as a testimonial / training / workshop on how she runs her business doing high ticket sales. Now, what is high ticket sales? High ticket is really it's when we are offering something that has a higher value, that has, like, for example, right now, our basic starter kits, we have them for the 125, the 250, and the 500 points, right? Well, this wonderful leader, and I'm kind of going to go high level over it. We are committed to bringing you this training, uh, you know, live and from her own experience. But while we secure that, we wanted to make sure that we share the information that we learned this morning, because it's just so valuable and it's so important for everybody to understand that what we have in our hands is worth so much, and we have to believe it and we have to own it so that we can understand what that means to others, and we can actually have or actually sell those high tickets. Okay, so what do I mean by high tickets before I go into this whole transformation mindset? Based on her experience when she joined pharmacy, and she did come from another company, but when she saw our packages, she was like, okay, wait a minute, I need to understand the compensation plan. And the compensation plan, in order for me to become a director, these are the amount of points that I have, so how can I do that in the most in the fastest way? So she came up with a package that is valued in $1,250. Okay, that gives her a total of 1,000 points. All right. Now, if you think about that, it's like, wait a second, we don't have an official package or starter kit at 1250. I'm going to start, at 1250. How do I do this? She understood the value of the business that she's offering, the value of the products that we're offering, and she put together a kit and targeted prospects that would appreciate that offer. But in order for her to be able to actually sell these packages, these high ticket items, you need to go through you need to understand that your mindset has to switch. You have to change your mindset into one that sells transformation, right? We don't sell a business or a side hustle. We're selling outcomes. We're selling freedom. We're selling like the flexibility of time. You're selling a residual income. Okay, so you're going to shift from features to results. And people are going to understand that, because you have to believe that first. Because anything that we're offering, that unless you believe it, the other person is not going to believe you. They're not going to buy that product. They're going to be like, okay, you know what? Those are 1,250. Like, you're telling me $1,250 in products that actually is worth more than $2,000. Yeah, I get it. But why? Why are you selling me that? Why should I buy it? And you need to help them understand that you're offering them a transformation. Okay. Now, you're gonna be like, but who's gonna buy me? Who's gonna buy a 1250 package? Guys, your mindset needs to be like, you need to understand that there's abundance in this world. There's infinite wealth. Okay? There's thousands that are actively waiting for the high level solutions that only you can provide. If you help them understand and you show them the value of your offer, they're going to be ready to buy that. How many times have you signed up for one of those free trainings? I don't know, Tony Robbins, like one of those digital marketing free webinars, that throughout that session, they're already they're giving you a lot of value, but they're already showing you what you would get if you purchase their program. And their programs are never $100 or $200. Their programs are always over $1,000, right? So think about that. Think about how when you see what you're going to get, you're ready to pay whatever it is, right? Because you believe that it is valuable and that it's going to help you and it's going to give you the results that you want at a faster pace. So this is really, really important when we're thinking about it. And the other thing is that your mindset needs to be there's mutual gain in this. Selling a high ticket item isn't just about what your commission is going to be or what you're going to gain. It gives your prospect the ultimate value required for their own massive growth, because your prospect is there to actually What they want is like I was telling you, they want the fastest path to gain the highest results. They want the fastest route to becoming a director, to becoming a golden director, to becoming an emerald director. They want to get to boss, and they're ready to invest in the right plan. So if you believe that, they will, you know, they will believe you. So this is something that we need to, and guys, this kind of blew my mind because I was also like, I just learned about her today for the first time, and it just kind of changed my whole view. Because yes, for example, on the three packages that we currently have under our compensation plan, I've always thought about high ticket. I've thought 500 is the $500 package is my high ticket. But in reality, it could be more if I actually add the value to it. And how do we do that? And now bear with me because I do not want to misspeak here at all. And I want to make sure that I have my notes in front of me. So give me 2 seconds.
I'm going to add
Okay.
a little bit to that, Delia, of what you were just saying, because I'm actually reading a book, and I actually read this earlier today at some point that talks about focusing in on controlling our own thoughts and actions and not those of others. Like we cannot think that we need to decide whether someone else can afford something or not. Like it's not our role to decide whether that is going to fit their budget or not. It's us allowing them to make their own choices and live their own lives without feeling the need to manage or influence their behavior on how they're gonna. Because I've talked to a lot of people on my team that always feel like, oh, but I don't think she could do that or this or that. No, we're not doing that. We're leaving it up to that person to make that choice. We're not going to make that choice for them. Our mentality is going to be controlling our own thoughts and our actions and leaving someone else's to theirs.
Exactly. Thank you so much for that, Brenda, because that's exactly it. Sometimes we are we're not trained to actually understand. Like we're good people, right? We're not here to like take advantage of absolutely anybody, and sometimes we forget that this is a business and that we're
Yeah.
here while we are helping other people. The service that we are providing and the products that we're providing are providing solutions to them. So we want to make sure that are we also remind ourselves of that, and we believe that, and we portray that, we own it, and we tell them and we show them what they're going to receive when they either join our team or they buy our products or they accept our offer. Now, from the seller's advantage, what are the other reasons why we would sell a high ticket item? Because there's maximum efficiency, you earn higher commissions and more points per enrollment. Just think about it. When you sell something for 1250, you're automatically getting 1,000 points, gets you to your goals faster. The quality of recruitment is going to change. You're going to build a team that is serious. It's going to be focused leaders who take action immediately. Why? Because you know that we normally don't really appreciate those things that come really easy to us. We tend to like, if it's free, you like sign up and yes, yes, but you don't care whether you show up to the call or not because you didn't pay anything for it. You don't care about, you're not as committed as if you were investing in in it, right? Like if you have a substantial investment in it, you don't want to lose your money's worth. So you're going to be serious and you're going to act on this. So the quality of recruitment is absolutely going to change. And now you're not going to be just recruiting consumers. You're actually going to be recruiting people that want to grow in this business. Now, the accelerated growth. I talked about this already. That's the 1250. Like when you think about the 1250 packaging, I'm going to pass on to go on to the next slide just so that you have the visual here. This was her slide. So I had like a screenshot of her slide. And then this is kind of what I translated into for now so that you can get the visual. And of course, when she gives her training, it's going to be a lot better and she'll speak from her experience and give us more details. But I wanted, it's important that you guys see this and understand it so that you can start working on your own high ticket items because there's no it's not a science. It depends on what your goals are and how you like you're going to Like all of this depends on who you're talking to, right? So you're going to have the conversation depending on your prospects, and we've learned about that, in our business, right? That you kind of know who. The more you speak to a prospect, you know whether you're going to offer them the products, or you're going to offer them the business, or you're going to offer them skincare, or you're going to offer them nutrition. So you have to listen and you have to understand, and then you learn to identify your prospects. So when you get your when we're thinking about the accelerated growth, you think about a 1250 VIP pack, which equals 1,000, which equals 1,000 points. If you sell 5 of those, you're gonna have your 5,000 points, and you're already gonna be at a director rank. Opposed to if you sell 10, like in order to become a director, you have to sell 10 $500 packs from our regular starter kits. So when you kind of start to think about it this way, it changes the game. Now you're going to have superior retention as well, because those who invest more are more committed and less likely to quit. We talked about it. This is the same thing as when you're investing, you're going to be more committed. And the leadership development. Selling at this level forces you to improve your communication and offer higher value. So once you start to talk to people that are interested, that you're going to be offering a higher ticket item, you have to be at that level of what you're offering. You're going to have to prepare yourself better. You're going to become a better leader. You're going to become a better speaker. You're going to become like that leader that is going to have that type of team, where everybody is a high performer and everybody's committed to grow. Now, from the prospect's advantage, or from the prospect's perspective, why would they buy a high ticket? Prospects are not just buying products; they buy the fastest route to results. The VIP treatment is going to offer, like now you're going to offer a VIP treatment. So if you see here, at your higher package value, you're going to offer a VIP treatment. It's gonna give them faster results with VIP priority response. So, for example, how many of you guys have a ton of WhatsApp messages that you haven't responded? But if you sold it to somebody, if you sold the 1250 package, you're going to mark that person as a VIP status. They're going to move up to the higher level of, okay, your priorities in terms of communication. Okay, everybody obviously you're obviously going to have to treat everybody in a respectful manner, but obviously you have to prioritize in certain if you have a VIP client, you're going to give them the VIP treatment, right? So prospects think about that. So like they're going to be like, okay, they're going to help me. I'm going to have a little bit more attention as I grow and as I'm working my business. Business readiness. They're going to have more inventory on hand, obviously over $2,000 in value in products, to start as a true professional. All right. This is really important because now they're going to have enough money and I'm sorry, enough products to make up for their investment, and also for them to try to share. So they're ready to hit the ground running. They're going to have higher margins. If they're buying a 1250 package, right? They're going to start already at 12% commission level versus all of the others, right? So they're starting at 12% commission. You know that they're already halfway towards their director. So that's a huge advantage for somebody that is starting in their business. They get immediate return on their investments. How? Why? Because it includes the incentives like the 120. So once you're at 12% commission, so 12% of the 1250 is roughly going to be 120. So that's going to be your one. They're already going to be like there's 120 cashback already in their pharmacy wallets. So if they are asking you, well, am I really even going to make money with this? You can be like, you know what? You just bought it and you already have $120 in your wallet that's ready for you to use. So there's no better proof than what's right in front of you. And there's going to be the skin in the game, right? The higher investment leads to higher personal commitment and execution. So that is also something that a prospect has as an advantage. Okay. So now when we're talking about added value, what does this mean? So in order for somebody to even consider your high ticket item, you have to show the added value. You have to see. So you see here in the Spanish version is a little bit more evident than in the English version. When you look at it, it's pretty much the same. But just looking at it visually, you see the amount of items that each package includes. So básico is basic, and you're learning. This is your daily Spanish lesson as well. So básico is basic, standard is standard, and VIP we all know, right? So these are the three types of packages that she offers, and the basic includes your website. There's 300 products available for drop shipping and your weekly training, which is our weekly system, right? That's what anybody that joins with the basic 125 already receives. But she's starting her basic at 350. Her standard package starts, and just think about this. It's just because now she's adding value to it with her skills and the things that she can offer. Right. So for her standard package, which is worth 550, she's including obviously what we all get, the website, the 300 products. So it includes everything from the basic package plus the 6% cashback, because at 550 you're starting at 6%. So think about that way. The $1,000 in products approximately, because it's 550, so it's going to be double the amount in value of products, and then two guides. Okay, so she comes up with like two guides, like a social media guide and a mindset guide, for example. That's something that you as a leader you can come up with, because it's a training that you will provide, right? She includes that as part of her package. There's value added there. um, and then the VIP package, which is 1250, includes all of the things that are included in the basic and the standard package. But at this point, you can see the difference, because now the cashback is 12%, so that's the 120. Then you have over $2,000 in products. You have the one-on-one coaching. You have the 1,000 points. So you see the difference, and how, like, even visually it changes the perspective, and it makes the person want it more, because you're like, oh my God, look at all the things that I get with this. So even when we go shopping, you know that's when we know that we're going to get more things that are going to help us run our business better, we're going to want it, right? So that's pretty much the gist of it. Oh, wait, before I even forget, if you were to start this and you decide to, like, because we wanted to inject this into your brain right now, because it's the beginning of the month, and as a challenge, we should all come up and figure out our 1250 high ticket item and take advantage of the Rising Star program, which it's the last month for that Rising Star. So if somebody starts with the 1250 package and has three recruits that are also three VIP recruits. Let's say the person sells another 1250 or 1,000 points package. They will also already earn or get that $500 bonus. Okay, so when you think about it, the projected earnings for somebody that joins your team with the 1250 package is going to be the $1,000 in commission, the $500 bonus, the retail sales, that 120 cash back. Guys, it's like over $1,600 just like almost immediately, right? Like just for joining with that package. So think about that and understand that it's really all the things that we already have available. It's just understanding how to package it and how to show in a digestible way that this could work and that this would help them and what they're attaining from it. So she's just starting at a higher level. That's it. Like, so when we switch that chip in our mind and we start to just offer, instead of starting off with the $500 one, we start offering the 1250. Guys, we're all gonna reach our goals. Okay. And it's gonna be the best month ever. All right. So I want everybody, and trust me, we're working on getting her to give us the entire training. I hope I did justice to what we learned and what I learned this morning. I wanted you guys to have to have this already, front of mind, and you can be creative. It doesn't have to be exactly this, but you can create your own high ticket packages. Just make it sustainable. Just make sure that you're adding value. Okay. So just remember, people don't buy products. They buy the version of themselves that your offer helps them become. Okay. So don't forget to sell them the transformation. That's right there closes this that training that we
I
had
love it.
this
I
morning.
love it. Thank you, Delia. And I love the way the image of it helped
Mhm.
me because I'm sitting here taking notes and I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna go back and create these packages and present them just like that. Why not, right? You're adding the value. And what makes you think someone else is not gonna want it? You did it, right? You invested in your business. So people are out there. They're going to invest in the business. Do not be don't be afraid of putting it out there and offering it. Do not limit your minds to whatever they want. Do it. Go for it. I'm gonna do it. I'm actually gonna go on and start creating this myself because I wanna try it. I like the way that looks when you put it together like that.
Yeah, and just think about it. I mean, she's doing it already. Like
Yeah,
she's talking out of her
and it
experience,
works.
and it works. And she was like, "Wait, how am I going to grow faster?" So she came up with it. She was like, "You know
Mhm.
what?" And she was telling us that that's how she recruits everybody. Excuse
Yeah,
me. So most of her team is not even as aware of the other packages that they offer because it's a culture. She
yeah,
created that culture in her team where yes, they have the other packages available, but those are all consumer packages technically now.
exactly. And this is
Yeah.
your business. You have to treat it as such. Like
Excuse me.
Delia said, you are going to create something that works for you that is sustainable, okay? So, but this is your business. This is all on how you're going to present it. How is it going to work for you? How are you going to grow? And how is your team going to grow? Because the same thing you're going to do, you're going to duplicate it with your team and everyone's going to do it. And then you're all, like she said, you're going to see the growth.
Exactly, exactly. And thank you, Brenda. Thank you. Because um, it's just mind blowing all the
It's
things that
mind
you can do.
blowing.
We just, yeah, you just like it really is mind blowing because you know what? Sometimes we limit ourselves, and all we need to do is really open our minds, become creative. What would happen? I know that a lot of us are doing this alongside a full-time job, but we have a why. We're working on this business because we believe in it. We're doing it. So for some of us, it may be like a side hustle, but let's not work it as a side hustle because even though we may be doing it alongside another job, like I know for sure and I believe that next year I'm going to be doing this full time. And full time means during I'm going to be doing it from my trip to Europe, from everywhere I am, okay? Because I'm not going to be worried about what um what they're going to say on my job. Guys, I need to just as a personal anecdote, this last week I had my mom had a really high risk surgery and I had to spend a total of 8 days in the hospital. Like I literally slept at the hospital with her and I didn't go. I thought that I was going to be able to work from the hospital like remotely and I wasn't able to. And I was mortified because I was putting out, like, I thought, I'm like, oh my God, am I risking everything to be with my mom? And my mom is obviously my priority, but do you know, to have that kind of tension in your life, I'm like, no way. That to me was fuel. To me, that experience last week was like, oh, no, no, no. I am gonna make this business is gonna work for me because I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make this business work. And because I can, and because I don't wanna go through these moments where I have to choose between being with a loved one and taking care and spending time with them and having to worry about whether or not I'm being missed at the office or not, and whether they're gonna think, okay, you know what, we don't need her anymore, or whatever the case is. You don't know. I obviously know that I worked very hard for the position that I have at work, but But these are things that cross your mind because at some points you are, when you have your priorities straight, you know that you're risking something else. So, guys, you're here for a reason. You're committed to your businesses. Um, Keep an open mind, work it, do it the way that it works for you, but do it. Take action. Make this month count. Okay. You have all the tools and all of the resources. Make it count. Now, remember, right in front of you, you have the schedule. I kind of in the rush of the I did this really like earlier. I kind of cut off Friday a little bit, but that's our dear Donnie. She's gonna do our power hour on Friday. This is our schedule. Don't forget, tomorrow is our I'm in now what? It's our welcome our onboarding call. If you're new, you cannot miss this call tomorrow. On Wednesday, it's our opportunity call. If you're new again, or if you're not new, make sure to leverage these calls. They're going to be explaining everything about our business, about our opportunity, and invite all of your prospects to these calls. On Thursday, we have a wonderful speaker. Her name is Haiti Bovio. She is a nurse, and correct me if I'm wrong, Brenda. Is she an Emerald director?
Platinum.
Platinum. Okay, she's a platinum director within the Revolution, and she's going to tell us how she manages her two lives as well. And this month, guys, we are featuring moms. We're featuring moms because it's Mother's Day month. So we're featuring successful moms that are balancing all their worlds with managing also their business. Okay, so we are kicking it off with Haiti, and then on Friday we have our power hour with our Dani Osorio. So don't forget that we have a jam-packed week that you can use leverage. We have all the tools on YouTube. Use your welcome guides, utilize the chats, join the European chats, and join the Pharmacy Academy for all of the trainings and the product trainings and everything that we have available to you. Go and kick butts. What did I say? Go and kick this week's butt. That's what I meant to say. Make it count, make it work. I don't know if you had anything else that you wanted to add, Brenda.
No, just work on your mentality, make it work, and don't limit the potential and the value of this business. Go for it. You're gonna kill it.
All right. Have a wonderful week, everybody.
Thank you,
And
everyone.
thank
Good
you so
night.
much. Good
Bye
night.
bye.